Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor.
Ez rojhat baranim u bername The New International le pashbarwene. Ero em hatin Academy WPG. U em jana shorishkerin jena WPG bishopandin u behevra tomashebikin. I'm Rojhat Baran, and this is The New International. Today we've come to the Academy of WPG International, where we're going to follow the lives of two female revolutionaries. Dembasheval, a navetetje?
Dembasheval, navem beritane.
Dembasheval Baritan, ciao ani.
Es bashim spastu ciao Eval.
Wala es bashim. Tuji kudere hevel.
Eji bashur Italia.
Ji bashur Italia. Ki jan bajar?
Nave bajare barie.
U tu kengi hat rojava?
Yani emchu rojava naha ten roj ama bira es bichim livir yani hefs ma.
Tubari had rojava.
Eri.
So, how was your life in Italy?
You know, something really nice that I say every time, like South Italy, because South Italy it's really different from the Italy, and like the culture it's really near from here, so I feel like really near for the hospitality, how the people like stay each other, how the people live together. So of course that in South Italy we are more like capitalism life that and sometimes arrive to us, so we are like now inside the system, but it's really nice because there are a lot of culture and it's really nice place how to start to work, to do something in like revolutionary way.
So where did you grow up? In a village, in the city?
I grew up in a village of 4,000 people, and yeah, my family was small family. I have just one sister. So I live all my life there, and after I moved to the big city, and I remember the stuff that it's you know, look like Kurdish people, that when I moved to the city I cannot speak my dialect because was like not nice way to not speak. I have to speak Italian, all this kind of stuff. And also when we was young from the village, we was a bit shame when we go in the big city, because the big city was more, you know, like perfect, and they have the right language and they have all this kind of stuff, and we was the people from the village.
So what were your first political actions? When did you become politically active?
At some point I decided to go to Palestine because I'm a photographer. So I go in Palestine, I spent 3 months there, and there I make like a lot of activity in the school, like we was helping, we was manage how like child go in the school, and when the military Israeli soldier make repression of the child, how many child like renounce to go to the school, all this kind of stuff. And also I lived there a lot of demonstration and this stuff. And when I come back was like really hard because my priority changed. So it was hard in a way that, you know, there you see really the repression and what's going on in our country is not so like clear who's the enemy. So, and it's like, also when I come the first time in Rojava and after I come back was kind of mask, no? When you have this mask, you put off this mask and everything's become clear, no? You are more able to recognize your enemy, you are more able to analyze the situation, you are more able to understand what's going on. So, and after the Palestine, I start to do like political in more like serious way.
So can you say what kind of things in a more serious way? What was your political work in Italy?
Organize event initiative like follow also the Kurdish question, the Palestinian question. After we start this new project called Retejin. Retejin, it's like network of women in all Italy, and we have a different kind of camp, genealogy camp. So we have this education, and after the education we try to organize ourselves as a woman in connection with the Kurdish struggle.
Esta mañana me he levantado. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh, partigiano, me voy contigo. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, me voy contigo porque me siento aquí morir. Y si yo caigo en la guerrilla, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Si yo caigo en la guerrilla, te dejaré mi fusil. Cava una fosa en la montaña. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao.
We working for plant like new plant, and the idea it's I think to plant onion or something like that, something that we will need in the winter.
You enjoy the work in the garden?
Yes, of course. It's better in the winter to do this kind of work because the weather is more nice for work. So, but.
And this whole garden, like the different Havals who've come here, they created it from nothing, that's right?
Yeah. All this academy, like in general, also like the chicken house and like the toilet, everything's it's created from the different internationalist women that they come here, and there is also this behavior to try to create like to don't buy stuff from outside, but try to create like directly in this camp and try to create with our hands.
And why is that important?
In the first, for boycott the capitalist system, and yeah, for us like it's important also because like this understanding that we can live without the stuff that before we believed that for us it's important, and now we realize that it's not so important, so we try to live in this way with this behavior.
Me he levantado. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh partigiano, me voy contigo. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, me voy contigo porque me siento aquí morir. Y si yo caigo en la guerrilla, oh bella bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Si yo caigo en la guerrilla, te dejaré mi fusil. Cava una fosa en la montaña. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Cava una fosa en la montaña a la sombra de una flor. Así la gente cuando la vea, oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Así la gente cuando la vea gritará revolución. Esta es la historia de un guerrillero. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Es la historia de un guerrillero muerto por la libertad. E questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Questo è il fiore del partigiano morto per la libertà.
How did you go from this work that you were doing in Italy to deciding to actually come to Rojava?
Here you have the possibility to live like outside to the capitalist system, and it's something that we cannot do in our country. So this mask that I was talking about before, no? It's like you have the possibility to put out this mask, and it's also the kind of education that you can have.
How was it for you coming here compared to what you expected?
Like, I think you can learn here that the revolution is a process. It's not something that have beginning and something that have end. It's something that you start to do it, and after you have to continue to make to live this system. One time, the first time that I was here, I was asking why the women continue to have the scarf, no? And the friends told me, if I go to the woman now and I say you have to put out the scarf, it's like a fascism. It's when you impose something. The people have to understand, like along with the education, what is the symbol of patriarchy, what is not, and so on.
And so what was your work the first time you were here? You were with Weşana?
No, the first time I was sometime with International Commune in Kamiślo, and I spent some months in Jinwar, the women's village.
And so you decided to come back, and you also decided to come back to Weşana to join the military structure. So can you explain why you decided to come and why you made that decision?
And after, like in South Italy, in Europe, we made education, and we was also speaking a lot about self-defense. And at some point, we were speaking about these two parts of the self-defense, that is like physically self-defense, but also more mental self-defense. And I think that YPG, it's the clear example how this self-defense in all this part can develop, because it's like these two parts, they complete each other, you know. There is like no mental self-defense without physical self-defense, and they complete each other. So also the life that you can have here, it's really the life near to the life of the Kurdish people, of the movement. It's like really cooperating life we do all together. Also as a woman, no, because usually we saw just the man do military, military education and fighting and so on. So it's also when the woman can join military education, something that becomes strong, the woman, but not in the physical way, in the mental way. Like YPG can show you that you can do everything. Also, you come here, you have the possibility to make connection with the other people around the world, to know their struggle, to share. Also, like the Kurdish movement learned to us that the education is not just something like in the school, no, that somebody speak and you take note and learn something, but it's also like learn from each other, from the other people, and it's not like it's not care if the people make political from 2 years or 10 years. The people that make from 2 years, they can also learn you something. Yeah, and that's really great. I completely agree.
And what have you found hardest in your time in Rojava? Like, what's most difficult for you?
The most difficult was the contradiction that I had with myself, because here you have the comrades are able to take you in front of yourself and show who are you like really. So they are able to show you all your individualistic approach, your capitalistic approach, your anti-society approach. So that was the most difficult part, when the people was criticizing me because I was individualistic, because I am individualistic also now sometimes, and was really difficult to accept that.
What about, last question, can you think of one specific memory in your time in Rojava that was the most happy, the most positive?
No, because how I said before, my time here was really hard, because it was like really struggle against myself, you know, against my approach and so on. But in the end, there was like some also women comrade that we was like fighting a lot. In the end was like the most beautiful things that was that from this fighting like come from this real how you say honest relation.
You can drink your chai now.
Thank you so much. You know, it was okay. You drink your chai. Yeah?
Esta mañana me he levantado. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh, partigiano, me voy contigo. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, me voy contigo porque me siento aquí morir. Y si yo caigo en la guerrilla, oh bella ciao.
So now you're doing Nöbet. Could you explain what that is, how long you have to do it for, why you do it?
There are like different kind of Nöbet in the night, in the day. In the day, yeah, it's just about check the people that come here, because anyway that's like military place, and that can be target also. A lot of time, you know, ISIS people try to come inside the place like with different clothes, and they say they are other people and so on. So we check that the people are the people from logistic or the people that make work, something like that. After we have Nöbet in the night we have like a turn, so we have 1 hour each of Nöbet, and yeah, the reason it's like the same, because like anyway like that's like a quiet place and usually, but we never know. And also like do Nöbet, it's responsibility for your comrade, because the comrade can like sleep well, because they know that outside there is somebody that take care if something happens. So it's also like to take the responsibility to take care of your comrade and something like that.
In general, do you feel quite safe here in the academy?
Yeah, like it's sometimes we hear just like some bombing sound or some airplanes are drone, but it's really far away. You can also, like, day by day you can recognize the sound, you can understand how much it's far away, how much is near. So like day by day we also learn to understand the sound of this place.
And was this military life, like having the responsibility to guard your comrades while they sleep, like a big change for you when you came from Europe?
Yeah, of course that it's a big change also, because when you sleep in the night anyway you cannot sleep really well. Like if for example some days ago you can recognize when the dog move in the different way and they like are low, so if there is something you can recognize from the dog what they do. And also like I was sleeping, I recognized like the sound, the different sound of the dog, so I go out and the dog was like scream because there was a donkey. So it's also like yeah, you sleep but anyway like you are every time careful, like not really sleeping, and this no bed like help you to sleep well because you know that outside there is somebody else that
And it's like you can be woken up at any time in the night for your nubad.
yeah, also sometimes we have intishar. Intishar means alarm, means that we have to go out to this place and go in another place. And yeah, sometimes it's happened. It's when like there is the risk of bombing or risk of airplane or some like other risk. We leave the place. So sometimes also can be happening that in the night somebody can wake up you and you have to be ready. So we have this bag, ready bag with our passport, you know, like the important stuff that we just take and like we go.
Tamam. But for now, more donkeys, less Daesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tamam. Besh.
More donkeys.
Esta mañana me he levantado. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh, partigiano, me voy contigo. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, me voy contigo porque me siento aquí morir. Y si yo caigo en la guerrilla, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Si yo caigo en la guerrilla, te dejaré mi fusil. Cava una fosa en la montaña. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Cava una fosa en la montaña a la sombra de una flor. Así la gente cuando la vea.
So, Heval, now it's November. The sun is shining. How do you find the weather here in Rojava?
The water, you mean?
The weather.
The weather. No, like this is this really crazy weather here that in the summer it's so hot and in the winter it's so cold. So now it's like kind of middle season. It's really nice. We are like more able to do a lot of stuff inside, and also it's this transition. Exactly, we have lake and some crazy woman now also swimming. We was doing that before. Like today it's good weather for swimming because there is sun. Yeah, but when there is sun, we go everybody to swim in the lake, and it's really nice actually. Also because there are a lot of mountain and there are a lot of green, like nature. It's also really relaxing for the body, for the mind.
And here you can eat some of the food from your garden.
Yes, of course. I will show you. I will offer some basilic, salvia, and we have this mice also, and hisot. We have a lot of stuff from our garden. Then we try to make more. Yeah, for the moment, just like this kind of spices, but we want to make more in the future.
I'm very excited.
Welcome.
Esta mañana me he levantado. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh, partigiano, me voy contigo. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, me voy contigo porque me siento aquí morir. Y si yo caigo en la guerrilla, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Si yo caigo en la guerrilla, te dejaré mi fusil. Cava una fosa en la montaña. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Cava una fosa en la montaña a la sombra de una flor. Así la gente cuando la vea, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Así la gente cuando la vea gritará revolución. Esta es la historia de un guerrillero. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Es la historia de un guerrillero muerto por la libertà. E questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Questo è il fiore del partigiano morto per la libertà. E questo è il fiore del partigiano muerto por la libertà. Esta es la historia de un guerrillero muerto por la libertà.
Women's reality in the legitimate defense approach. The presence of women in the battlefield has been an important aspect of the history of society in general. Lean expansionist ambition to impose control and amass wealth by looting.
So, what are you discussing together at the moment?
That's YPG brochure, like it's speaking. This part it's about like the mythology and like how is important like the mythology in the history of women, because actually we have this like the writing history. It's history writing by men and by like you know victory people. So, and what the Kurdish women movement try to do also, it's like describe the history of the woman by the mythology. So understanding which was the figure of the woman in the mythology. For example, genealogy divide this history in 9 level, and the first level it's the mother god, and the last one it's the actually woman that struggle. But you can see in this 9 level how the woman changed. No, before was the mother god, and after become like in the religious like Maria, that was just a woman that have inside the god. So she was not real political entity, she was just something useful for the man. So, and by this researching, this study of the history, we can understand how the patriarchy like go inside the society, how the patriarchy destroyed the woman, and how like we can like come back also to the figure of the mother goddess.
How does studying these mythology and these women from thousands of years ago affect how you live your life, how you work in Rojava today? What's the relation?
Yeah, I mean, the most important of like the aim of this this study, it's like put on the paper that the history that we know is not all history. It's like this regime of true, no? That you have something that's true, but is not the true. So, and what like we want to try to do, it's also like found the true. And when the woman can understand that they are not born under the man, they are not born for make child, they are not born for cleaning, they are not born just for have this rule in the society. And when the history show us that the woman was not like that in the beginning, no? We speak about this natural society, when the woman was in the center of this of society, and like they was like manage the economy, the healthy, but after the patriarchy, the capitalism changed this. So
esta mañana me he levantado, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh partigiano, me voy contigo. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, me voy contigo porque me siento aquí morir. Y si yo caigo en la guerrilla, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Si yo caigo en la guerrilla, te dejaré mi fusil. Cava una fosa en la montaña, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Cava una fosa en la montaña a la sombra de una flor. Así la gente cuando la vea, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Así la gente cuando la vea gritará revolución. Esta cuentas la historia.
How about, did you manage to hit the target?
Yes, of course. Every time you need to shoot, look like that's your target. It's there. Your enemy is there.
Is something new for you, military training and working with a gun since you came to Rojava?
No, it's the first time that I have this military training, and what I want to say that it's really important. It's not so easy have the gun in the hands, especially for us like internationalists. In our country, the army is something that the police have, the military have. So is not something like easy learn to shoot, and it's also like really like pressure. Especially the first time when you shoot, but yeah, we are of course in the different context, so we have to learn also to do that because it's part of our education.
And last question, why is it important?
Because anyway, especially in this period, because here there is this revolutionary process, there is this democratic confederalism, it's target place, no? So the Turkish attack like every time in the mountain, in Rojava, because they want to strike this system. Also, especially, for example, what happened in Afrin when they took the body of the woman friends, they cut it or they do this kind of stuff, and that's like clear that this is attack of the woman system, because here it's the woman that's building system. So, and as a woman, it's important for us also learn to this part of the revolution that it's just a part.
Spas.
Esta mañana me he levantado. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh, partigiano, me voy contigo. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, me voy contigo porque me siento aquí morir. Y si yo caigo en la guerrilla, oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Si yo caigo en la guerrilla, te dejaré.
What is this book?
It's the communal diary of the academy. So like every day, when we have something to say about the life here, about the academy, we have this communal diary for write our things.
And so some friends who were here before also wrote some entries.
Yeah, like every friend that have education here, like have this kind of diary, and now, like I would you like to read the piece of the diary of Shahid Elin Karachok, Anna Campbell.
Yeah, you knew Shahid Elin.
Yeah, like we just passed few time together when she was here.
Yeah, if you could read something from Shahid Elin, it would be really nice.
Tamam. Naha pervedera min Yasemin khalas bu. Ushera hefrin mehek berdewan dike. Hez dixwasim biçîn wî dere. Hulî dijî erîşen hezên faşîzme tewlî hevalên xwe bibim. Niha nezî salê ku hez lî Rojava me û hez jî gelên Kurd pir hez dikim. Her der germehî heye who has jite Koshina Kurdistane, who Bakure Suria per has the Grim.
Tamam, thank you very much.
Esta mañana me he levantado. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor. Oh, partigiano.
Iro bi Bername The New International, medyaya Enternasyonal, binav Hevala Bretan Chopand. Hevala Bretan spasiete bidden? Today on The New International, we followed the life of internationalist revolutionary Hevala Bretan. Mabejina Bichateriwe. And for the finish, you can sing us one more song. Thank you.
Oh ragazza dalle guance di pesca, oh ragazza dalle guance d'aurora, io spero che a narrarti riesca la mia vita all'età che tu hai ora. Copri fuoco la truppa tedesca, la città dominava, siamo pronti. Chi non vuole chinare la testa, con noi scelga la strada dei monti. Silenziosa sugli aghi di pino, su spinosi ricci di castagno, una squadra nel buio mattino discendeva l'oscura montagna. La speranza è la nostra compagna, assaltar caposaldi nemici, conquistandoci l'armi in battaglia, scalzi e laceri eppure felici. Avevamo 20 anni oltre il ponte che in mano nemica, vedevamo l'altra riva, la vita, tutto il bene del mondo oltre il ponte, tutto il male avevamo di fronte, tutto il bene avevamo nel cuore. A 20 anni la vita è oltre il ponte, oltre il poco comincia l'amore. Non è detto che fossimo santi, l'eroismo non è sovraumano. Corri e bassati dai, balza avanti, tutto quello che fai non è vano. Vedevamo a portata di mano, dietro il tronco il cespuglio e il canneto, l'avvenire di un mondo più umano e più giusto, più libero e lieto. Avevamo 20 anni oltre il ponte che in mano nemica, vedevamo l'altra riva, la vita, tutto il bene del mondo oltre il ponte, tutto il male avevamo di fronte, tutto il bene avevamo nel cuore. A 20 anni la vita è oltre il ponte, oltre il poco comincia l'amore.
Spasibo.
Posto io.
Esta mañana me he levantado. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Esta mañana me me he levantado y he descubierto al invasor.